It was the late afternoon of March 22, 1999, near Elephant Butte, New Mexico, where heat shimmered above the highway and the desert looked harmless, almost beautiful. Life around her felt ordinary. Cars drifting past, radio music leaking from open windows, the smell of sun-baked asphalt and lake water in the distance. Cynthia had somewhere to be that evening, a routine that made the world feel safe and predictable. When David Parker Ray stopped his truck beside her, he looked like just another local man, calm, composed, offering help with a quiet politeness that felt more neighborly than dangerous. For a few minutes, there was normalcy, idle conversation, the ticking of a cooling engine, wind brushing low across the sand. Then came the point of no return, the click of locked doors, a sudden turn onto a remote dirt track, and the highway disappearing behind them, like it had never existed. As they rattled toward Ray's isolated property, the air grew heavier, filled with dust, motor oil, and something faintly metallic that made her chest tighten. Her pulse matched the grinding of gravel beneath the tires, and somewhere in the distance, a lone dog barked once before falling silent. At the gate, a camera blinked and a low electrical hum drifted from inside the house. In that instant, Cynthia realized that if she screamed, the desert would swallow the sound, and the world she knew slipped out of reach forever. Inside the house, everything felt wrong, too controlled to too sterile, like a space designed to erase people rather than shelter them. The air carried a sharp chemical scent, mixed with dust and old electronics, and fluorescent lights buzzed overhead as Ray led her down a narrow hallway. With each step, the dread escalated, doors clicking shut behind them in deliberate sequence, turning the building into a sealed labyrinth. Cynthia was taken into a hidden soundproof room Ray chillingly called the toy box, where she was restrained, blindfolded, and forced to listen to pre-recorded tapes in which Ray calmly described what he would do to his captives. What he actually did to victims, investigators later learned, involved prolonged confinement, psychological torment, humiliation, and carefully controlled manipulation, meant to break their will and make escape feel impossible. The last known moment Cynthia could clearly recall was her hand resting against cold metal, a single bare bulb swaying above her, and the horrifying clarity that no one knew where she was. Time blurred into heat, humming machines, and the steady rhythm of her own breathing. When police finally searched Ray's property, they found the hidden room, the recordings, and evidence of other women. Yet many questions remained unanswered. How many victims passed through that gate? How many were never reported missing? And how close help might have been if anyone had looked sooner? Even now, the desert holds its silence, and somewhere in that empty house, the walls still seem to remember the women who disappeared inside.